Ladies and gentlemen, just when I was about to begin this analysis, two statements landed in my WhatsApp. One from Azimio and another one, a joint statement by Kimani Ichung'wah and Opiyo Wandayi, and only signed by Kimani Ichung'wah. And having gone through those statements, it is clear that there is likely to be some bipartisan talks moving forward. So I'm coming back with that analysis, so don't move very far. But something has been really bothering me since William Ruto took over office. Where is Oscar Sudi? Because Oscar Sudi was all over when William Ruto was campaigning for the presidency. But immediately William Ruto took over, Oscar Sudi is nowhere to be seen.
Mimi Sudi ninajua adui yetu. Kwa sababu achana na huyo kitendo mtu mdogo, wacha kwa sababu mimi nataka niseme ninajua adui yetu. Uhuru Kenyatta alituambia miaka 10. Na kuna siku nyingine alituambia watu wachache labda wa Kikuyu wakatae kupigia William Ruto kura, lakini mimi na familia yangu nitapigia William Ruto kura. Sasa imebadilika. Ni yeye ayesipigia William Ruto kura, kwa Kikuyu wamesimama na William Ruto. Siku ile viongozi watawacha kuwa watapeli. Hii nchi itapona. Hii nchi itapona. Na tuache kudanganyana. Kila siku niliambia hawa juzi, mwache kudanganyana ati mnataka kufanya ati kuna reshuffle linakuja. Kama kuna mtu ako na madharau na kama anadharau jamii yetu, ni ule mtu tulipigie kura. Na ndio nikasema hivi, atuambie tumpatie majina yote ya mkadhi yako kazini, afuguze wote, ndio tujue hatuna mtu kwa serikali ya Jubilee.
And where is Kipchumba Murkomen? As a matter of fact, Kipchumba Murkomen is now the cabinet secretary for transport, which means Kipchumba Murkomen is a busy man and is no longer a politician. But we are seeing Eden Duale playing politics each and every day. Where is Kipchumba Murkomen?
Mimi naomba wewe Gideon, ukitaka ufike hapo mbele, kuna mfano mzee moja aliwacha ya kuheshimu wale wako katika uongozi. Wewe heshimu William Ruto kama ndugu yako na ukae nyuma yake. Huwezi jua kesho Mungu atakubariki tena hapo mbele, kwa sababu wewe na Isaac Ruto na Ngong gazeti kila wakati. Gazeti hapa Gideon Moi amesema William Ruto. Hata huyu jamaa anaitwa Isaac Ruto, gazeti saa yote William Ruto. Hata huyu Ngong mtu kabisa ana hata bibi anatuzi William Ruto mwenyewe na watoto wakubwa. You know, honestly, sisi kama Kalenjin ama jamaa ukweli, kima mzee Aramoi akutuwacha na tabia kama hiyo, sijui tulitoa wapi. Sisi kama ndugu nataka tuketi pamoja, tupange safari ya kwenda uongozi pamoja. Ndio wewe Gideon Moi 2032 wakati William Ruto atamaliza, mimi na wewe tuongee, tuone nani yako mkubwa kidogo, nani yako na network, tuna support huyo.
And where is Aaron Cheriot and other vocal Rift Valley leaders immediately William Ruto took office? Because these gentlemen were vocal.
Tumesema tunataka heshima yetu. Na hii vitisho yenu sisi tumechoka nayo. Mtatusukuma na itafika mahali itakuwa ni kama umefungia paka kwa nyumba. Utaichapa lakini ikipenduka hata wewe utajua cha mtema kudu. Na msituambie maneno mingi. Nyinyi mjue sisi sio wale ambao wanarushanga mawe na kungojea tear gas. You know us very well that tukianza tutasimamisha nchi.
Hatuwezi toka Mau na leo nimetoa amri kila raia ajilinde.
And why is it that every time William Ruto is faced with a serious political challenge in the Republic of Kenya, his first stop is always in the mountain and not Rift Valley? For example, every time Raila Odinga is faced with a political challenge, he always retreats to Kamkunji grounds in Kibra. William Ruto nowadays retreats to the mountain and is not accompanied there by any leader from Rift Valley. He's always accompanied by leaders from the mountain.
ati sasa hii wiki mbili wanafanya dress rehearsal wakiongozwa na Uhuru na Raila ati wapindue serikali ya Wakenya. Nataka niwaambie leo tukiwa hapa Maimahio, hii serikali sio ya William Ruto. Hii serikali ni yetu na tutailinda, tutaichunga. Na mageria keu kemono ni ko muhaiceria hare iguru keu neguo andu aitu na mogwetekera matoreherana na mimi rais nakubaliana na wewe.
For me, I'm coming to conclusion that there is something which the leadership from the mountain should actually learn from their counterparts from Rift Valley. I'm saying this because they've worked together the longest. William Ruto was Uhuru Kenyatta's deputy in 2013. Again, he became Uhuru Kenyatta's deputy in 2017. The mountain voted for Uhuru, and when William Ruto took over, they also voted for Ruto. But something is wrong somewhere. And in my view, I think there's a serious political lesson which the leadership from Mount Kenya region should learn from their counterparts from Rift Valley. So in this video, I want to give you what I think they can learn from their counterparts from Rift Valley. Before we do that, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. And without any further ado, I want to dive in very fast to the first point. The first lesson which Mount Kenya politicians, the current members of parliament, must learn is that there is always what is called community interest. The Rift Valley members of parliament are regarding their community interest. When they were faced with the challenge of Mau, they spoke with one voice. When they were looking for the presidency, they spoke in one voice. But let us go back a bit. You know, Mount Kenya has enjoyed the presidency during Jomo Kenyatta, Kibaki, and also during Uhuru Kenyatta's era. But I think they were exposed during the Uhuru Kenyatta's era. Now, before Uhuru Kenyatta left office, Uhuru Kenyatta proposed the Building Bridges Initiative process. And in Uhuru Kenyatta's mind, he knew and he was thinking that probably if he left office and considering Kenya, the chances of another Kikuyu becoming president easily was not going to come very soon. So he thought in his mind that as much as he was leaving office, he wanted to bring more resources to the mountain. So there was this clamor for one man, one vote, one shilling. Each and every politician in the mountain is supporting that initiative up to now. Each and every voter in the mountain is actually in agreement that 1 shilling, 1 vote, one man, 1 vote, 1 shilling is actually good for the region. But because it was being fronted by Uhuru Kenyatta and because they were supporting Ruto, they threw the baby with the water.
Pesa ambayo tunapeana kwa basari kwa kusema kweli haitoshi. Ukiangalia tunapeana 2,000, 3,000. Na ukienda eneo zingine za nchi wanaweza kupatia watoto wao hata 15,000, 20,000. Kwa hivyo mimi naungana na wale viongozi ambao wanasema tuongezewe pesa hasa ya basari, hata kama itakuwa ni conditional grant, ipewe kulingana na wengi wa watu, kwa sababu pesa ambazo tuko nazo tukigawa hazitoshi wananchi wa kaunti zetu, kwa sababu sisi tuko na watu wengi sana. Kuna kaunti zingine ambazo zinaweza kupeana pesa hata full scholarship kwa sababu wako na pesa za kutosha na watu wao sio wengi. Lakini ukija upande wa Kirinyaga ama Central Kenya unapata ya kwamba pesa ambazo tunapata hazilinganishwi sana na pesa zile ambazo na watu ambao wako. Kwa hivyo tunaomba sana serikali ishughulikie jambo hili la 1 man 1 shilling, especially
in that same BBI there were proposals on additional constituencies. The truth of the matter is that those new constituencies were favoring Mount Kenya. As a matter of fact, those in Azimio, not Azimio really, but those in ODM were opposed, but they were supporting it because of Raila Odinga. Tell me, if you were to go for a referendum today, tell me if Kenyans can support this one man, one vote, one shilling. Tell me. Because William Ruto for a fact cannot. So the Kikuyus lost that opportunity. If I were them, they would have sat down with Ruto and agreed that let us try a way of voting for this, because it was going to serve their community interest. So they failed. Rift Valley members of parliament always consider their community. Number two is respect for their leaders. Now, let me ask you this question again. Have you ever had any leader from Rift Valley going after Moi? You can't tell me that Moi ruled this country perfectly well. But every day we hear leaders from the mountain, elected, some very young leaders, threatening to go for Jomo Kenyatta's properties. Right now, Jomo Kenyatta's properties or businesses, or Uhuru Kenyatta's business, the Brookside, is being targeted. By who? By who? If you were to take the payroll of Brookside today and you publish it, you'll realize that majority of employees there are actually Kikuyus. If you take their list of suppliers, there's a chance majority are Kikuyus. So they are targeting the Kenyattas. Kenyatta might be bad, but Moi is not an angel. Why is it that Rift Valley leaders are sticking with their Moi? To an extent that when Moi was alive, he even denied William Ruto access to him. Could not access him. In fact, most people don't know, but Uhuru did not even refuse to support Ruto. The person who refused was none other than Daniel Toroitich arap Moi, who was Uhuru Kenyatta's godfather. But still, they are in agreement that they are protecting their interest. That's their leader. So that's something which the Kikuyu nation must learn. If you go to Ukambani today and you ask them, who is your leader? They will tell you. If you come to Luoland, they'll tell you. If you go to Western here, as much as they have their division, you go to Bukusu, they'll tell you. You go to Maragoli here, they'll tell you. The Luos will tell you who their leader is. Kikuyu, one of the biggest tribes in the Republic of Kenya, cannot tell you who their current leader is. Number three, the third lesson which these guys must learn from the mountain, the third lesson, the leadership of the mountain should learn from the Kalenjin nation, is how to effectively take control of state resources. You know, for example, when the former president, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta, took control of the country, his first cabinet was full of highly qualified individuals. But when Ruto took over, something happened. When he took over, something happened. Ruto decided to take control of some key sectors of the economy. The energy sector today is in the hands of his people. If you look even the Ministry of Interior, where Rio Molo is, for example, where the Luos are like, if you look at the roles Bitok is playing there, then you understand how William Ruto is smart. And that's why there was that list of appointment in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs where the names were almost all of them were Kalenjins, over 200 people. So for the Kikuyus, they'll realize late because their leaders are serving their own interests. They're not looking at the bigger picture. Every time William Ruto makes appointments, there's a chance that he removes a Kikuyu who are appointed by either Kibaki or Uhuru. Then he appoints one of them. Then another appointment, some Kikuyus will always lose. So they must learn that these things are tribal. Number 4, which is important, the Mount Kenya leaders must learn to make necessary noise. And that's a lesson they should get from the mountain, from Rift Valley. When Oscar Sudi was making noise, the noise was necessary. Why? Because someone was trying to stand between Ruto and the presidency. When Kipchumba Murkomen was making noise, it was necessary because someone was standing between Ruto and the presidency. So walikuwa na fieka wakienda. The noise coming from the mountain is totally unnecessary, if you ask me. They should call themselves to a meeting. The other important thing they can learn from the Rift Valley leaders is loyalty. If they've identified Rigathi Gachagua as their kingpin, then it's just important for them to swear allegiance very fast to Rigathi Gachagua. Because if they don't do that, they'll be divided. Rift Valley decided, in their own wisdom, to support Ruto. And the leadership, all of them, were behind Ruto. Today in the mountain, I've also noticed something, that it's very rare to find Ndindi Nyoro and Rigathi Gachagua on the same platform. It's very rare to find Kimani Ichung'wah, Ndindi Nyoro, and Rigathi Gachagua on the same platform. Why? Because William Ruto decided like that. William Ruto has made Ndindi Nyoro to believe that is the future. And he appointed him to chair the budget committee where he's going to make good money. He has also made Ichung'wah believe that he's the senior most politician from the region as the majority leader. He has also made Rigathi Gachagua believe that he's the senior most, of course, because he's the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. So the three people are fighting amongst themselves. So the local leadership from the mountain cannot really swear their allegiance to one of the leaders. If they don't want Uhuru Kenyatta, then they ought. Remember, Uhuru Kenyatta was the president of the Republic of Kenya. Uhuru Kenyatta did not even command the support and the respect from these leaders. How do you explain a situation where, for example, someone like Kanini Kega and Sabina Chege can engineer hostile takeover of Jubilee Party from a former president? You know, if Kanini Kega, if Sabina Chege wanted to join Ruto, they would have just joined Kenya Kwanza, just like that, without taking this party from Uhuru Kenyatta. Yeah, so it means they don't really respect. I don't think that can happen in the Rift Valley. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye-bye.